Hi, my name is Jeff Bain, and I'm here to talk to you today about blended learning in higher education. Not only will I speak to you about that, but we'll also cover some ways that you can get started creating a blended learning environment in your classroom using tools as simple as these. A recent faculty-focused poll found that the greatest challenges by far for college professors are unprepared students and student motivation. However, in another study, first-year undergraduate students said that the value of the virtual environment lay in promoting connectedness, they're being better prepared for class, as well as they're having more opportunities to reflect and discuss topics away from class. The youth of today are the digital generation. Face it, students of all ages are tethered to their internet devices and have chosen to be slaves to social networking. So, why not take advantage of their addiction in order to educate them? Okay, you say. Other than using technology, what is blended learning? We could spend hours trying to answer that question, but I think that Randy Garrison and Heather Kanuka from the University of Calgary describe it best. They state, blended learning is both simple and complex. At its simplest, blended learning is the thoughtful integration of classroom face-to-face learning experiences with online learning experiences. In the rest of this video, we'll cover the basics of creating a blended learning environment, and then we'll figure out how to carry those over into a flip classroom. If you take nothing else away from this video, please take away this concept. When beginning to create a blended classroom, keep it simple. As you get more accustomed to creating content for blended learning, you can get more complex with the way you use the tools that are available to us. So, the first time you create a blended learning course, perhaps the best approach is to begin by simply posting your syllabus online and then creating quiz content for the semester. The next time you teach the course, you can then truly begin to develop blended techniques. One simple method of adapting blended learning is to post links to subject-related videos and then have the students answer some guided questions after watching the video. For instance, in my advanced conducting course, the students had a series of videos that they had to watch. Each video was of a well-known conductor, such as Bernstein or Fritz Reiner, conducting a world-famous orchestra. After viewing a video, they were to write 3 observations about that conductor's style and how it affected the orchestra or the music, and then write how they could apply their insights to their own conducting. They would then upload their assignment for grading. As a next step, we would sometimes discuss their observations in class and watch the video together, at which time I would either point out anything that I thought they were missing, or I would simply reinforce their own observations. This assignment proved to be a worthwhile use of technology in that particular classroom because students had to apply their knowledge of the subject and be able to engage with it in an intelligent manner. Student engagement is the whole point of our next segment, the flipped classroom. According to Jerry Overmeyer, the Mathematics and Science Outreach Coordinator at the University of Northern Colorado Greeley, the flipped classroom inverts traditional teaching methods, delivering instruction online outside of class and moving homework to the classroom. The example from my advanced conducting class is a great example of a flipped classroom in miniature. The students had to watch a video, make observations about it, and then discuss it in the classroom. What if you had some kind of history class and the students watch a video and then come to class prepared to discuss the subject on a deeper level? What if you were teaching a class on some kind of theory and the students came to class ready to apply the theory to problems rather than listening to you lecture and then go home to try to figure out the applications by themselves? How much more would they get out of problem solving in a collaborative environment? Overmeyer cites statistics from a school case study that before flipping, 50% of freshmen failed English and 44% failed math. After flipping, the numbers were 19% and 13% respectively. That's not to mention that disciplined cases dropped from 736 in one semester to 249 during the flipped semester. Those figures alone are enough to make me want to attempt flipping my classes. So we have 2 options for creating a flipped classroom. In its simplest form, you could have your students simply go to other web resources, such as videos on YouTube, iTunes U, or relevant web pages. Number 2, you can create your own. There are 2 ways to get your lectures online. One is to make a simple vodcast, which is a video of you giving your lecture, and the other is to record your lectures over your PowerPoint presentations. Both are relatively easy, and you could even make videos of you lecturing and embed those into your PowerPoint presentations. For now, we're just going to concentrate on creating a video lecture or vodcast. We'll use a simple iPod for this demonstration, but you could use any device that has video capture to do this next part. You'll want to set your iPod up high enough to capture your face and so that you are not looking down at it. I would recommend using a music stand. Now we'll select the camera app. With the camera app ready to go, let's first make sure the slider is set to video mode. Then select record. Okay, now you see that we have recorded black. That's because we need to tell the camera to turn around. If you touch the camera icon in the upper right hand corner, you'll suddenly see yourself. Here, you see me taking a picture of my iPod. Now you can hit record and talk to your heart's content. I do have a couple of tips for you about that, however. Although you may have an entire hour's worth of lecture, break it into shorter segments. Remember, the idea is that you can have further discussion and illumination in class. Now that you've finished recording the most amazing lecture ever, it's time to upload it to YouTube. You'll begin by selecting this button. That will take you to a screen with thumbnails of all the videos on your iPod. Choosing your amazing lecture and it will reappear ready to play on your screen. Then, we're going to select this icon. This will take you to this screen. You see that you have several choices. You can choose to email the video to yourself or someone else for editing. You can choose to message it, or you could send to YouTube. This option will take you to a login in an upload menu. After you're finished uploading your video, copy the URL, put it in an appropriate place in your learning management system, and voila! You have begun the journey towards a blended and flipped classroom. You can even get more adventurous by taking advantage of the myriad of free software that allows you to do things like screen captures, adding special effects, and writing on the screen like a sportscaster. That'll be for the next video.